Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called XV times 4.3, or I guess it's XV star 4.3? Yeah, it's probably XV star 4.3. And it's by Nurgle's Gift, and I appreciate all of Nurgle's Gift's XV puzzles. Some of them can be really difficult, and some of them are easier. And this is actually, I think this is the easiest one I've seen because I've never actually seen. I don't think I've ever seen one that was rated very easy before. I could be wrong about that. There could be a couple or something that I'm missing, but anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. Cells connected by an X must sum to 10, and cells connected by a V must sum to 5. And all X's and V's are given. So this is what we usually call is a negative constraint, which means because there is an absence of a clue, that means that clue cannot, the cells that are, let me give a concrete example. Say this was a 3. One thing we would know is that this digit would have to be a 7 to add up to 10 because there's an X between these. This digit would have to be 2 because there's a V between these. But because we have an absence of X's and V's that connect these cells, therefore these cannot be 2 or 7, right? Because it says all X's and V's are given, and that's the negative constraint. So that's what it allows you to do. We know these cannot be 2 and 7 because there's no X or V between them and the 3. Assuming this was 3, obviously. So that'll give you a whole bunch of information that you can deduce to use to solve these puzzles. So that is XV and negative constraints as examples. We have cells connected by a black dot must be in a 1:2 ratio, and cells connected by a white dot must be consecutive. However, there is no rule which says all black dots and white dots are given, so we do not have a negative constraint for the dots, but we do have a negative constraints for the X's and V's. So, for example, if this were, say, a 4, this digit would have to be 2 or 8 to maintain the 1:2 ratio between them, and this would have to be 3 or 5 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so for XVs, particularly ones like these where you have negative constraints, I like starting with specifically the V's. So V's can only add up to, so the digits next to a V can only add up to 5. So it's either 1 or 4 adding up, or 2 and 3 adding up, right? So then these are 1 through 4 here. So I like marking all the V's. This is 1 through 4, 1 through 4 here. These are 1 through 4. And we know the digits that are next to it are 6 through 9, right? Because only one must add up to 10 with 9, 2 adds up to 10 with 8, 3 adds up to 10 with 7, and 4 adds up to 10 with 6. So this must be 6 through 9 here. This is 6 through 9. This is 6 through 9. And this is 6 through 9. Which means this has to be 1 through 4 to add up to with the 6 through 9 to add up to 10. This must be 6 through 9 here. These must be 6 through 9. And this must be 6 through 9. Because they all have X's, they must add up to 10 with these digits. Okay. Well, we now have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruplet in both senses in row 7. So therefore, 1 through 4 and 6 through 9 are eliminated from possibilities. So this must be a 5. That means the remaining digits in this lower central box must be 6 through 9 because we have 1 through 4 quadruplet in that box there. This must be 6 through 9 because it's next to a 1 through 4. Okay. One of these digits. Okay, so then what I probably will start doing is starting to color things. So we're going to make this medium, dark, orange, and blue to signify the different digits from 1 through 4. Medium must add up the corresponding 6 through 9 to add up to 10. So we're going to mark those as both medium. These are both dark, these as both orange, and these as both blue. Well, where can the the high orange be in this lower left-hand box? Cannot be here because of that digit there. So this must be the high orange, which makes this the high dark. Now, this pair of digits adding up to 10 cannot be orange or dark because we have an orange and dark high in that box, and therefore this can't be the orange or dark high, and which means it can't be the orange or dark pair. It also can't be the blue pair because both of them see this cell, these cells here. So this must be the medium gray pair. This can't be medium gray or dark. It must be blue and orange as a pair. So this is blue and orange. This cannot be blue and orange because it must be low, so it must be medium or dark, and the medium low is guaranteed to be one of these two digits here. So this must be the dark low, this must be the medium low. That makes this medium high here. That leaves these digits as blue and orange high, which means this is a blue-orange pair here. This is dark, so this must be dark low here. This cannot be blue. Okay, this cannot be medium gray, so it has to be a blue-orange pair, which means this can't be a blue-orange pair. It must be a medium and a dark low. That makes this medium or dark there. This also must be a medium-dark pair, but it cannot be this one, right? Both of these digits see that cell, so it must be correspondingly this one, right? It can't be blue and orange because the low blue and orange is eliminated from that box. And it can't be this one because if this is low or whichever one is here, the problem is this set adding up to 10 can't be the same as that. So we're going to actually signify these a little differently. This we're going to make yellow, and this, so this has to be the yellow pair adding up to 10 because it can't be either of these. We'll mark this as pink, I guess. So this must be the yellow low. This must be the yellow high. These two digits cannot be medium gray, cannot be blue or orange because of the blue-orange highs in the box. So this has to be dark. So this is dark. We don't know which one's which. So what are we missing then? We are missing an orange low somewhere in row 9. It cannot be here because we have a blue-orange low pair here, which means this can't be orange low. This must be orange low here, and this must then be 5. Since this is orange low, neither of these can be orange low, so this is blue, which means this can't be blue. This is orange here. We need a blue low somewhere in this lower right-hand box. It then can only be here because this eliminates that as a possibility. So this is low blue, which makes that a 5 remaining in the lower right-hand box. This cannot What's the remaining digit here? We have both medium grays, we have both darks, we have both oranges, so this must be the high blue, which means this cannot be high blue, so this must be orange. This can't be blue to go with the orange, so this is orange, and therefore this is blue, low blue there. Okay. This cannot be yellow, because if it were yellow, both of the low yellow and the high yellow are here, and that makes this can't be either yellow. So dark basically is pink. So we can rechange that as pink. Medium gray is yellow, so this is yellow. This cannot be low pink, because if it were low pink, there would have to be a V in between these, because we know low pink and low yellow add up to 5. So this has to be high pink here, which makes this low pink there. Okay, what else do we have? This can't be yellow or blue, because we have a yellow and a blue in the column. This can't be pink or orange. And it cannot be yellow, because both yellows see that cell there, so this must be both blue. Since this is both blue, this has to be the high blue, and this must be the low blue. Okay, so low blue cannot be here or here. Low blue has to be one of these two. What other... This is not yellow or not blue. It's either pink or orange. What are the remaining cells? This can't be pink. It cannot be orange, so this is blue or yellow here. It can't be pink because both pink cells in column 4 see that cell, and they would have to have one of them be there if there was a pink pair. Same with orange. Orange sees that. We don't know which one's which there. Remaining digits in this upper right-hand box are 5 through 9. Obviously, this can't be 5. This cannot be high pink or high blue. And I think it cannot be... It has to be high yellow, because there's no other place for high yellow in this column, right? This is already pink. These are set. This can't be high yellow because of high yellow in the box, so this must be high yellow here. Okay. Can this ever be 5? And the answer to that is no. Because if this were 5, the problem is both high blue and orange would be these two cells. But this is guaranteed to be one of low blue or orange, so it would have to have a relationship that adds up to 10 with one of these two cells if this were 5. So therefore, this cannot be 5. It cannot be orange, it cannot be yellow, it cannot be pink, so this is high blue here, which means one of these is high orange. Cannot be here because of high orange in the column, so this must be high orange here, and this must be a 5. Well, since this is high orange, and there's no X between these two, this cannot be low orange. This must be low blue, which means this can't be low blue. This is low orange. This low blue means this cannot be a blue pair, so they're both yellow. And this cannot be orange, blue, or yellow because of the high those high colors there. So this must be pink. And this can't be low pink because of low pink in the column. So this is high pink. This is low pink. Low pink and low yellow add up to 5, but there's no V between these two. So this must be the high yellow. This is low yellow, which makes this low yellow and this high yellow here. Well, where is the low and the high yellow in column 6? Can't be here because of the pair that's already in the box. Can't be here because they're filled out. Can't be here because low and high yellow both see it. So one of these is low yellow and the other one is high yellow. We're not sure which. Remaining digits. In column 9, what are we missing? A high orange. So this is high orange. In column 8, what are we missing? We're missing a high pink. So this is high pink. What are we missing in column 7? We are missing low pink, high blue, and a 5. 5 this cannot be low pink. So this is high blue or 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This cannot be high blue. So it's low pink or 5 here. Okay. What can this digit be? It cannot be yellow or pink. So it's either, it can't be 5. It has to be blue or orange. If it's blue, this would have to add up to 10 with it. It would be high blue, but that doesn't work. If it's orange, it cannot be low orange because we know those add up to 5 and there's no V between them. So this must be high orange here. This cannot be 5 because of 5 in the column. It can't be low blue because there's a low blue here. What are the remaining digits in column 6? We have low orange, which cannot be here, and high blue. So this must be high blue, which makes this low orange here. Okay, this could be anything. Remaining digits of this upper central box. We have low blue, low orange cannot be either of these. So low orange has to be here. And we have 5 and low blue cannot be here because they would add up to 10. So this must be 5 here, and this must be low blue. Okay, that means this is low blue. What are the remaining digits in column 4? We have 5 and high blue left, but if this were high blue, it would have to add up to 10 with this, and there would have to be an X in between them. So this cannot be high blue. This is 5, and this must be high blue here. Oops. And where's low blue? It has to be here. So this is low blue, this is high blue, which means this has to be high pink. Well, where is high blue in this? 5 eliminates 5 from being here. So this must be high blue here. This can't be low pink. Okay, well, yeah, there's that issue. So this can't be low pink here, so this must be a 5, which makes this low pink here. Remaining, okay, so this still could be many things. Remaining digits of row 1. We have, so I'm just filling, I know this actually translates already. So, but we need to figure out, what's easier is to basically go through and color everything out, and then we can fill it all at once. So, what are we missing in row 1? We are missing low blue and low yellow. Okay, low blue cannot be either of these because of low blues in the column, so this must be low blue here. Low 5 cannot be here. We're also missing 5. And so 5 cannot be here, therefore it's low yellow. Which makes this a 5. Remaining digits in row 2. Or colors, I should say, I guess. We have high blue low orange, and low pink. High blue. So high blue cannot be here. So this is orange or pink. This cannot be high blue because of high blue in the column. So this is orange and pink, which makes this high blue here. We are missing, again, a low orange. And if low orange were here, that would have to add up to 5 with the low blue. So this cannot be orange and this can't be pink. Right. If we had that scenarios, then these would both have to have a V between them. So these are low, which means this cannot be pink here. Therefore, this is both orange. And this is high orange here because we have a low orange already in the box, and this is low orange here. Remaining digits in row 3. We have high pink and high yellow. This can't be high pink, so it must be high yellow. Therefore, that makes us high pink here. The remaining digit in column 1 is low pink. So this is low pink here. Remaining digits in column 2, we have a 5 and a high pink. Well, 5 can't be here, so that's high pink, which makes this 5. Remaining digit in row 4 is a yellow, but we don't know which. Okay. Remaining digit in row 5 is high orange. And the remaining digit in row 6 is yellow. So we know the low blue must be 4 to be consecutive with 5. So we can move all those and get just the low blues. So those are 4, which we can remove blue from. So then the high blues are 6. And 4 and 1 add up to 5. So the low orange is 1. So these are 1. And we can remove the coloring to have all the high oranges be 9. Now, the yellow has to be 2 or 8 to be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 4. So that means the low yellows are 2. Well, that's not helpful. That means the low pinks are 3. So we'll do those next. Are 3. And we can remove the coloring. The high pinks are 7. And now we have 2 and 8. So these are 2, and these are 8. Okay, so how do we distinguish between these then? This cannot be 2 because of the 3 here, which would have to have a V in between. So this must be 8, which makes both of these 2, which makes this 8. I should have probably figured that out first because, yeah, I don't think I was going to be able to disambiguate. I should have figured out I couldn't disambiguate from that. This probably was the easiest XV puzzle I've done by Nurgle's Gift. But it's still kind of challenging. Not challenging, but it's basically not very easy, I would think. The execution definitely isn't very easy. The logic behind it does make sense, is fairly straightforward, but I think I would rate this easy versus very easy, but that's just me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.